In a dusty village called Sonpur, a young woman named Meera often sat by the well and cried. She had married into a poor household. Her husband worked as a laborer. Their house had mud walls, no electricity, and a leaking roof. Each time she saw others with gas stoves, golden bangles, or bright saris, her heart sunk. One morning, an old widow named Dadi Kama noticed her tears. "Why are you always sad, child?" she asked. Meera wiped her face. "Because I have nothing, Dadi. No comfort, no beauty, no life." Dadi nodded and said, "Come to my hut tomorrow. I'll show you something." The next day, Meera visited the old woman's one-room hut. It was even poorer than hers. No furniture, just a mat and a shelf with spices. Dadi handed her a small ball of salt. "Put this salt in a glass of water and drink it," she said. Meera did. She spat it out immediately. "It's you salty." "Now," Dadi smiled, "come with me." She led Meera to the village pond. "Put the same salt in here." Meera poured the salt into the pond. Dadi said, "Now drink." Meera hesitated, then tasted. "It's fine, fresh." Dadi looked into her eyes and said softly, "The salt is your pain. The water is your heart. You can't remove the struggles, but you can grow your heart so big with gratitude that the same pain won't taste bitter anymore." Meera stood in silence. She walked home and looked around. The floor was cracked, but her husband smiled when he saw her. The food was simple, but warm. Her clothes were old, but clean. She had love. She had peace. She had enough. From that day, Meera stopped comparing. She began planting tulsi and jasmine by her door. She laughed more, sang while cooking. She didn't get rich, but she became rich in spirit. Years later, when her daughter complained of not having enough, Meera gave her a ball of salt and took her to the pond. Let's learn from the story. One laborer, meaning a person who does physical work, especially in construction or manual labor. Example, her husband worked as a laborer, lifting heavy materials all day. Two hut, meaning a small, simple building or shelter, usually made of wood, mud, or thatch. Example, the old widow lived in a tiny hut made of mud and straw. 3. Spices, meaning substances used in cooking to add flavor or aroma, often derived from plants. Example, the shelf in Dadi Kala's hut was filled with various spices like turmeric and cumin. 4. Hesitate, meaning to pause or delay before doing something, usually due to uncertainty or doubt. Example, Meera hesitated before tasting the water, unsure of its taste. 5. Gratitude, meaning the feeling of thankfulness or appreciation. Example, with a heart full of gratitude, Meera learned to appreciate the simple joys of her life. 6. Bitter, meaning having a sharp, unpleasant taste, often used metaphorically to describe feelings of resentment or sadness. Example, though her circumstances were difficult, the bitter taste of pain lessened when she focused on gratitude. 7. Tolerate, meaning to accept or endure something unpleasant or difficult. Example, she learned to tolerate the hardships of her life, knowing that they were part of her journey. 8. Sunk, meaning to move downward, often into something soft or liquid, or to feel deeply sad or depressed. Example, when Meera saw others with fancy possessions, her heart